G'day, it's Chris here. Thanks for taking the time to listen and think about our ministry to children together. Now, you might be someone who has been involved in children's ministry. You might be someone who's interested, and this is a new thing for you. You might be a parent. You might have had no experience or a lot of experience with kids. So, just great you could listen and have a bit of think through the things we want to do together. I just want to just acknowledge the fact that this year has been such a disruptive year in the lives of all of us, but the kids included. And, the kinds of things we'd normally do to help kids grow and know God and understand Him and the relationships we have at church, it's just been a real struggle to try and make those things happen. It's been quite a dislocating year. But we want to do what we can together, take the opportunities that the Lord does give us for encouraging one another and for really encouraging the kids and the adults who are in their lives, whether it's parents or others. So it's just been a tough year. But it's given us an opportunity to rethink what we've been up to and an opportunity to think about the future. And one of the things I've been thinking about is mission and thinking about how we can reach new people. And obviously, we've got the Silverdale church plant happening, and just thinking, how do we make that work really well for us? And with a smaller, what has been the 7 o'clock congregation, it's meant that the model of being at one and serving at another congregation, it means we struggle to actually put together the children's ministries for two congregations. And it had been the old 10:15 and old 5 o'clock congregations. And the idea of kind of doing something more than that, it's just a bridge too far. So, pretty clear that, I could only do two children's ministries. But I thought that then puts us in a difficult position when it comes to Silverdale, because we want to plant a church there and we want there to be a children's ministry there, and, how are we going to resource that as well as the other congregations? And but then even beyond that, you think, well, actually the 8:30 service, we've moved it to 9 o'clock to be a great time for mission and for inviting others. And we want to be able to invite anyone and have kids along too. So, very quickly you're going from struggling to have two children's ministries to having four. How's that even possible? So, that's what we'd like to do, but how do we make it work? And I think that's the conversation I want to enter into is just thinking, yep, we want to plant a church in Silverdale. Yep, we want to engage in mission to people of all ages with the 9 o'clock congregation. And we don't want to leave the young people at 7 o'clock burdened by that and burnt out by it. But we want to share the load with each other. And what I've been saying is that each congregation is able to take responsibility for the discipleship of the people in that congregation, particularly, or as also the children. So we want to do that. And so the combination of 5 and 7, that's been good, and it's meant there's more people there's a better vibe as a result of that. There's more people to put together the teams. I've had more focus from the staff during that time and more hangout time afterwards. So, that's been good. That's been a struggle in itself, but we're thinking, how do we care for the children there? How do we care for the children at 10:45? How do we care for the children at 9 o'clock? And then how do we care for the children at the new Silverdale plant? So I think that's the conversation we want to enter into, recognising a few things, recognising that parents are the primary ones to take responsibility for the discipleship of their kids, and really wanting to encourage that, whatever that looks like. But then also realising that church gives, really great peers, really great mentors, and really great other adults to be involved in the lives of children and be part of their walk with Jesus. They can see what it looks like to follow Jesus, and just be part of a church where they know Him, they know Jesus, and they know other people. And so be a church where there's people of all ages and all stages of life, and a lot of intergenerational interaction that occurs. So they're kind of some of the things that are, kind of mulling around, and some of the things that start talking about. And I hope that this has been helpful as we begin our conversation together about what things could look like in the future.